Why does cold force us to seek warmth? A village sits more than 3,000 meters above sea level. The temperature difference between day and night is very large. One time, I was in the mountains looking at pigs. The house sat near the mountain pass. Nobody was there yet, so I waited outside. Wind kept pressing down from the ridge above, again and again. At first, it was only a little cold. The clothes could still block it. The body could still endure it. I could still stand there normally. But after a while, my fingers started becoming less flexible. The joints tightened. Movements slowed down. The tip of my nose started going numb. Cold air entered with every breath. And when breathing in, there was a slight sting. That change did not stop. It kept moving downward, little by little. After standing there longer, my shoulders started pulling inward unconsciously. My back slowly started bending. My hands started pushing into my pockets. The whole body started folding inward. The wind had not changed. The place had not changed. But the state inside the body had already started changing. And after that, the shaking began appearing. Muscles kept tightening, relaxing, then tightening again and again. Small movements, but impossible to stop. Teeth started lightly hitting together. Breathing became shorter. Without thinking, I started stomping my feet, rubbing my hands together repeatedly. My ears started going numb. The wind pulled tightly across my face, and the clothes could no longer block that coldness. The wind kept pushing into the body, and if I stayed there longer, the discomfort would keep getting worse. My hands would become stiffer. My movements would become slower. The reactions inside the body started becoming stronger and stronger. Even simple movements started becoming difficult. Attention started narrowing. There were fewer and fewer things left inside my head. Wind, cold, fire, everything else started fading backward, little by little. That state kept pressing downward, and the body started moving toward the village, looking for a house, looking for fire, even while walking. The body was still shaking. The wind was still pouring into my clothes, and my steps started becoming faster, not intentionally. The body itself started pushing forward. Whenever I passed a place shielded from the wind, I would unconsciously stop for half a second, wait for the wind to pass, then continue walking. After entering the house, the door closed. The wind was blocked outside. The stove was lit. I stretched my hands toward the fire. At first, nothing changed. My hands were still cold, but after a while, warmth slowly started returning. First came pain, then heat, and after that, the shaking started weakening. My fingers slowly regained feeling. My shoulders started relaxing. My breathing became steady again, and the whole body finally stood still again. And only then did I start realizing something. Once the state began changing, many movements inside the body were no longer the same. Pulling in my hands, bending my back, shaking, stomping my feet, rubbing my hands together, moving closer to the fire. Those actions started appearing on their own. The cold was still pressing downward, and behavior had already started changing with it. And if that pressure kept continuing downward, would a person eventually become unable to continue doing what they were doing before? A state, can it interrupt behavior?